So every now and
Okay.
then you get a chance to chop it up with Kelly and talk a little bit about Mother Cabrini. How you doing, Kelly?
Good. I didn't think I was going to talk about Cabrini tonight, but that savvy businesswoman just popped in the screen so she knows what she's doing even from the grave.
Well, it's
Um,
funny because you started talking and I found what you were saying very interesting, and I said, I'm pretty sure my audience would love to learn this also. So
they should.
I didn't want it to get caught off tape. So I wanted you to keep telling your story.
No, I think they should learn about the story. So first and foremost, Chris, she is my father loves Cabrini. He named his company Cabrini Asset Management because he's a very successful business person, an automotive pioneer, but because she was so business savvy. He just happens to be an old school Catholic, but he loves her entrepreneurship. What a lot of people don't realize, even Italians, even though she's a critical part of their history, is the fact that she was one of the most successful female businesswomen at the turn of the century. She doesn't get credit because she
Which
was a
century?
nun.
1900 or
1900,
okay.
1900. She doesn't get credit but because she was a nun, but she came over to America, didn't speak any English, was sickly, a small little spitfire. She started orphanages all over New York. Then she built hospitals and institutions and schools all across the world, 67 gigantic institutions. No woman had ever done that. And she got men of all different faiths, not just the Catholic faith, to help her with that endeavor in New York at the time. She was ballsy. She was like a really, really
I bet
tough,
you she was a
real,
hell of a closer.
right,
Hey, you
yeah.
gotta give me some of this money. We gotta build orphanages.
You gonna say a no to your Italian mother? So anyway, but she was just a spitfire. And what she did was she really was exceedingly organized because she knew she couldn't be everywhere at once. She cloned herself. Now that's like normal. That type of language in business is normal today, but it wasn't back then. So she had
Here
extensive.
I am for the last year and a half building AI agents to clone myself. And now we're talking about Cabrini, who did it around 1900.
Exactly. So she had
Imagine if she
every.
was around today, she could create agents to create clone herself.
Exactly. She would have like, no, well, knowing her, she'd have like billions of Cabrini agents around the world working on her behalf. But what was interesting is all her manuals, all her business processes, well before AI, were all mapped out, all cloned, every process down to the letter, and through all her hospitals, anything, it was cloned. So she was impeccable and detailed that way, which is why she was so phenomenally successful. She was also tough. Like she could take on the New York mayor. She didn't mind taking on tough guys in the field. They tried to burn her out of one of her endeavors, construction endeavors. She just never took no for an answer. But she was a gorgeous soul in that what she did for the Italians when they came over, because obviously they were heavily discriminated against, as a lot of new immigrants are. She taught them not to hate America, but to love America, to become the best representation of America. And that was her message, to hold on to their Italian heritage, to love Italian music, culture, literature, but to be a proud American and to be the best American, not to go out and commit crimes, that sort of thing, but to dress well, to educate themselves, to run for elective office. And it was really like a positive messaging, and Italians became want to come on some of the greatest Americans.
Where are you located, by the way?
Philadelphia.
You know, who do you think today would be a great example, like she was to the immigrant community? Who do you think may fills her shoes today? I don't think we have anyone like that today.
No, I'd have to see if there was like a missionary type of person. Mother Teresa was inspired by Mother Cabrini. She wouldn't have gone out and started her own order. But didn't tell you, she was the first person to start her own order, which was so she was very entrepreneur. But in terms of today, who's like a role model that way?
Yeah, role model.
I don't know. I don't know. Nothing comes to mind because
I
she's
think
such.
we need someone like her today more than ever before. And that
Mhm.
in itself would make the immigration crisis better because I think she would literally influence people that are coming to this country to love America and not just take advantage of America, to give back to. You know what? I actually got a good example. Arnold Schwarzenegger recently gave an interview.
Yeah.
And he literally talked about how important it is to love America when you come here, to be
Hmm.
a guest in our house, to give back to the country that's giving you so much opportunity. And I think in many ways, in his older years, he might be a person that could fill her shoes.
Exactly. But if you go, like, I go to New York all the time, when you talk to newly arrived Americans, like, I'm in Ubers all the time, they love this country. I don't think they get enough press. I think the problem is there are a lot of people here who absolutely love being here, love working here, and want the American dream for their kids.
I
It's
think
just
that's I
they
think
don't
that's
get the
very true.
press.
Well, I
Yeah.
think I think that's very true. I think what really hurts them is all the ones that come here and commit crimes. And,
Right. Who
and they
don't.
and those
Yeah.
people get the sunshine from the press.
Right. So they get the press and all the hardworking, everyone else newly arrived. They don't really get press, but they really work hard and they're happy and thrilled to be here, especially all over New York when you talk to them. They love being here. But my dad did a movie called Cabrini. So
Oh,
you'll
we
have to
did.
see it. So it was a feature film. He spent a lot of time on it and it kind of outlines her life. Not
Is, is it on iTunes or
Oh, no, huge. Like Netflix, you can get it. It was he spent quite a bit of money on it. So it was they decided to use an Italian actress, but she's not a big name, but she carried the film. She was amazing. And Andre Bocelli wrote a song for the film, which is absolutely gorgeous.
Bocelli, the opera
Yeah,
guy,
the
right?
opera singer. Yeah, which
Yeah.
his daughter was in it. So, yeah, so I can send you that link afterwards. But it's funny, I wasn't even so the series, the reason I was listening to you through the School of Hard Knocks is Cabrini's slogan is be bold or die. Like she had all those kinds of
Oh,
slogans. Be
AI or
bold
die,
or
be
die.
bold or die.
Be bold or die. So I'm doing a series called Be Bold. It's not really like Mother
By
Teresa-ish,
the way, don't mean to
Cabrini.
cut you off, but for $5.39, you can get it on Amazon Prime. It got 90% Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, and it's available. And I think I'm going to watch it tonight,
Okay, good.
unless
Good.
it's some other movie I'm looking at by somebody else on
No,
this.
no, it got amazing reviews.
Yeah, it did like 90% Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know what that means, but I think it's got to be good.
Yeah, no, 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 got amazing, amazing reviews. It's
For
just, it's
5.99, you can get it on Apple TV.
exactly. Or you can come to my office and get it for free in Philadelphia.
What do you have,
Uh,
like a DVD or something?
I don't know. I'm sure a link or something we could send out, but yeah. So it's a hugely inspirational story. I kind of spun it into a contemporary thing, so I'm starting a
So
YouTube
so the
channel.
cast was a girl named Romana Maggioro.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Was she Cabrini? Did she
No, Cabrini was. You're gonna have to read the
Laura
name.
Vivio?
No.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah, Signora Cabrini.
Uh.
Laura Vivio. Vivio.
Why am I forgetting her name? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Who played Cabrini in the movie Cabrini? Um. Okay, of course I'm gonna get snagged for this. I hope you edit this because I'm gonna be in big trouble for not knowing this.
Well, David Morris was the Archbishop.
Yes.
Giancarlo Gianni was the Pope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Laura Vivio.
No, it
Signora
was
Cabrini.
Christiana. It was Christiana Delana.
Really?
Christiana. She was amazing. She was amazing.
I think I'm
Sorry,
looking.
Christiana. I had a brain
Oh,
freeze.
Christiana Delana, is that her name?
Delana, she carried the film.
Cabrini. There you. Wow, that's so
She
weird.
is a beautiful actress. She's
She's
amazing.
stunning. She's beautiful. Yeah,
She's
she's very.
beautiful, but she's such a strong
She's
actress.
got an amazing smile.
Yeah, she brings out that Italian fire and spirit. It's amazing.
Yeah, she's got a. When was this movie filmed or made? Oh,
During COVID.
1985.
Yeah.
Or
No,
wait a
no, no,
second.
no, no,
No,
no.
no.
2000 during COVID, like
Yeah, I was going to
2023.
say she was born in
Yeah, yeah,
1985.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it
Shout out
was,
to Christiana Delana.
yeah, but you'll love it because she has that like really great Italian enthusiasm and strength going for her.
Christopher Macchio. I wonder if he's related to Ralph Macchio.
I don't know, actually.
You know who Ralph Macchio is, right?
I'm really
Karate
gonna
Kid.
be, I'm good. Okay, I guess so. I'm really gonna be snagged on this podcast. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
it was a big cast. You had a big cast there.
Yeah, it was an expensive film, but yeah, but it was something he dreamed of doing and bringing her legacy back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty well known in New York. In other places, not
Who
so much.
is?
Cabrini. She's a
So
New York.
there's a girl named Sarah Santizo, Sister
Yeah,
Margarita.
yeah.
Did she have a big role?
They have pretty big roles. I would say Christiana carried it.
Christiana. Who was
Christiana is the one who
who was
played
this
the
girl?
lead.
Laura Vivio, Signora Cabrini,
They all played her
at
nun.
different stages, maybe?
Yeah, no. Christiana carried it pretty much, and then there was a young actress, but no, they played she some of her nuns, some of her kind of missionaries that worked with her
Very
in
cool.
all the different missions. Yeah, I mean, she was just a really inspirational character. So I decided to borrow her B-Bowl for my
The
YouTube
director
channel.
was Alejandro Gomez Monteverde.
Yes, and he did.
Producers were, oh, here we go. J. Eustace Wolfington,
Yes, that's my dad.
and then Jonathan Sanger. He's done a couple of movies before, right?
Yeah, he's an Oscar-winning producer.
Yeah. And then
Elephant
Leo
Man,
Severino.
Severino. Yeah,
Let's see, what has Jonathan Sanger done? I know he's done other stuff.
he's done Elephant Man, and I think at Thurgood Marshall.
Let's see.
He did Thurgood
He
Marshall.
did Elephant Man. Oh, that was the kid that had that facial disease, right?
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah.
That was a
So
good movie. That was a good. Yeah, I see it. Elephant Man. Yep. That was one
yeah,
of
and
that
then
was
I think he did Thurgood Marshall. Francis, he did Francis, which was a great movie. And
Francis.
yeah, Thurgood Marshall. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he
He
produced a
also
lot
did
of
The
things.
Producers.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a big Broadway hit for a while.
yeah. That was really great. That was really well done.
Look at
Are
all
you a
this.
movie buff, Chris?
I'm not a movie buff, but I've never talked to anyone that actually made a movie. And the fact that you made a movie or your dad made a movie about somebody so, not only real life, but so strong, it made me
Yeah,
curious. And I wanted to really learn as much about it as I could right away because I find this to be amazing. Like, I mean, like, let's be honest, making a movie, it's not easy. Like that's a
yeah,
lot. That's a lot of moving parts. That's a lot of capital. And while movies make money, and a lot of them do, and some of them don't, but at the end of the day, I think it's an amazing story to learn a little bit about what it takes to make a movie. And
yeah.
there's, you got to have lead actors, and you got to have everyone be on their A game. So yeah, no, as you started telling me about Cabrini, what's up, girl? I just had to find out
She's
more.
right in the background.
I mean, she is kind of stalkish. She is like, she's creeping you in the back there.
It's funny because it was meant to be, Chris, because I normally do all my work out of a back office, but everyone was in there today. So I'm like, oh my God, I
You're
had
like,
to run
fuck, I'm
back
gonna do
here.
this over there.
Now I'm gonna have to do it here.
The reason
Yeah.
why I think I was more interested in this movie than normally,
Yeah.
my grandmother raised me, and her name was
Mhm.
Mutti, and she came here on a Navy ship at the end of World War II, and she
Wow.
came into Chicago. She worked three jobs. She got a home. She raised us. She was tough as nails. And when you described Cabrini, I actually thought to myself, holy fuck, this is
Hmm.
like a version of my grandmother. She came here, she was 88 pounds soaking wet, she was tough as
Wow.
nails. She did not take no for an answer. And that's one thing that makes whether you're a woman or man, you become a strong individual when you start understanding that if you have a vision for where you're going, you have to believe, you have to have faith in yourself so much so that you will not take no for an answer. And that's what my grandmother was. And I think that's in many ways what this woman Cabrini was. She was a nun, right?
Yeah. I mean, they all had unshakable faith. You know how we run around, we're like, oh my God, I'm wounded. But I mean, they weren't like that at all. They were all like super tough, you
See,
know?
that's a great word, unshakable faith. Like think about
Yeah.
that for a second.
Yeah.
Unshakable faith. I have a book coming out called Faith Matters. And it's
Right.
it's partly about faith in God, but it's mostly about faith in yourself. It's
Yeah.
mostly about believing in yourself. And I
Yeah.
think more than anything, people have to understand God made you to be great. God
Yeah.
wants you every single day to be great. God wants to see you reach your fullest potential. So if God believes in you here, you can't have your faith in yourself here. You got to have your faith in yourself here. You got to match God's faith in you.
Oh my God, I think you're a candidate. I got to put my dad on with you next.
I'll be honest with you. I'd love to interview your dad. I could, if I could interview the girl that played Cabrini, the Italian actress. I think there's so much here. It's like a hidden
Yeah.
gem. Like, don't take this wrong. I never heard of this movie.
Yeah. Most
And
people, yeah.
it's
Unless you're
got,
Italian, yeah.
well, I mean, even if you're not Italian, she's literally the epitome of the American dream. Like she
Hmm.
came here and against all odds, she accomplished greatness before she died. And that's really making the most out of every single day. That's really making the most of the opportunities. And so many people these days, whether you're an immigrant or non-immigrant, complain about what they don't get, what they don't have. Well, shit, go get it. If you want it, it's right there. Go get it. Wake up in the morning, get up early, go for it. Whatever your dreams are, they are there for the taking.
And you know what? It's funny. She's a New York girl, and with everyone feeling like the younger generation in despair in New York, like it's not affordable, that kind of thing, she would just re-rock the narrative. She'd have them up and doing service work and making the best out of themselves and that sort of thing, and doing everything she could to try to elevate their circumstances. You know what I mean? Like she was all about teaching people how to elevate their circumstances across the board.
Well, I think, it's crazy because in this day and age, people look for excuses. They look to make
Hmm.
excuses about how, they're not they have a level of entitlement that I've never seen before in my life. And I think to myself, I'm like, listen, nobody owes you anything. God gave you everything you need right now, right here today. Every morning, whatever, everything you need, God gave you. He gave you eyes, He gave you ears, He gave you a brain, He gave you air in your lungs. Go get whatever you want out of life. And we have so much entitlement in our country, that actually in this world these days, and it's hilarious because it's refreshing to see people or stories about people that took advantage of the life that they were given.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And you still get that fabric of when I'm in New York, you still see it around you, that's still, chasing the American dream, which is inspirational.
Oh
So
yeah,
again,
you see people hustling on the streets. I was in
yeah.
New York and I saw a young kid literally with a setup and a chair and doing haircuts on the street.
I love
Now,
that.
now if you think about that, and he was a young kid, like 14,
Yeah.
15, 16 years old, and he had the trimmers, the electric trimmers, probably wireless, and he's literally doing haircuts on the street. Now, I was running somewhere and he had someone in his chair. And by the way, his chair was like a fold open metal chair, like nothing fancy. And but here's a kid out there and he's hustling haircuts for on the street for 10, 20, $30 maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Think about this for a second. Here's a 14-year-old kid. If he does
Yeah.
20 haircuts in a day, he's making $400 a day.
Yeah. Maybe
That
I'm
kid
gonna go
go,
sit next to him.
well, at the end of the, I look at him and I say to myself, that's we need more of those. We need
Yeah.
more people like that. That to me, I love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah. Then you would love Cabrini. Because
I'm
she wanted
telling
you,
you.
she inspired people to be the best version of themselves. She understood hardship. She didn't say, okay, you're not going through a hard time. She understood that,
Well,
but
not
she
only
tried
that,
to
but
give you resources to get beyond that, if that makes any
it
sense.
sounds like she embraced the challenge of hardship
Mhm.
and didn't make
Yes.
excuses. She just kept going.
Yeah. Well, she was super faith-based. She was
For years,
100%
I
Yeah,
watched
certain.
family.
I think at the end of the day,
Hmm.
most great people have
Hmm.
faith in their life. I've learned that in my journey of life. Most great people have faith in their life.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah. That's what makes them strong and unshakable. Getting back to that theory.
I
Well, you
couldn't.
have a lot of energy. I mean, you go like 1,000 miles an hour, Chris. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe how long you were talking on that session the other night. I was like, wow, this guy just never stopped.
I want to say we went 3 hours and 32
We
minutes.
did. I couldn't believe it.
Well, the
That
one
was
thing
amazing.
The one thing I told James is I was going to carve out as much time as needed,
Yeah,
and I didn't want to shortchange anybody. I wanted to answer everyone's questions
that was
because it's
nice.
hard for me to get that kind of time.
I
Um,
know.
so I wanted to make sure that whatever I gave it all. And I wanted to make sure that people got answers. And that's really what I noticed most of is people just want answers. They don't need direction as much. They just want
Hmm.
answers. How can I do this? Because I want to go there. And if you could just give people a little bit of guide, I always tell people this story. In life, when you hire somebody, your goal is not to help them up the ladder of life all the way. Your goal is to help them up one step. And when you help them up one step to make themselves level up a little bit, the rest is up to them. But your goal is to literally help people level up once, one step. And I
Yeah,
tell people this all the time. I can help you up a little bit up that ladder of life. I can give you up one step. I can help you do that. I can help you get there. The rest is up to you. You got to keep going. You can't quit on yourself. You got to have amazing faith in yourself. It's up to you.
yeah, that's absolutely because you got to get through the hard times,
Exactly. A lot
which
of
are
people
devastating.
A
Yeah,
lot of people get up that first step, they quit. A lot of people get up
yeah,
that first step and fall down, they quit. A lot of people get up that first step and maybe they go to the second or third step and they realize, fuck, there's all these other steps ahead of me. And then they quit.
yeah.
You never win if you quit. I'll give you another example of life. My grandmother told me this a long time ago when I was growing up.
She must be reminding you a lot of your grandmother. I think it's
Well,
great.
my grandmother, she taught me a lot. Like it's funny. I actually, I actually, I actually grew up telling people that my grandmother hated me and she wanted to kill me all throughout my teenage years. I literally told people
Well,
that.
that could be fair.
Well, it's funny because the reason I
Teenagers.
said that is she always had a wooden spoon because she would cook with it, she would teach with it. And when I say teach, she taught us by cracking us in the head or on the knuckles, but then she told us something, and I couldn't hear what she was saying half the time because I was like, Jesus Christ, lady, why'd you hit me so hard on the knuckles? But it was funny because everything she taught us stuck with me over time. I think it's partly because of the abuse. And it's funny because as I started getting older, I started realizing she was using the wooden spoon as a hammer to nail down some lessons every time now and then. And it's funny because, I can't remember what I was just going to tell you that she told us, but like she had told me all these different things. And I literally just blanked them out when I was a kid growing up because I'm like, God, this lady hates me. And in reality, she didn't hate me. She just wanted me to become a better version of myself. She just wanted me to learn. And that's what her wooden. Now I will tell you, funny story. I grew like 6 inches one summer. From like 8 to 9 years old, I grew like 6 inches. And my grandmother, she hit me with the wooden spoon one day. This is an old wooden spoon from Germany. And it all of a sudden cracked. It like broke in half.
Oh.
And I looked at her and she looked at me and she didn't say a word. She literally went, got her change purse, and walked all the way to the grocery store, which is like 3 blocks, 4 blocks away from our house, and came back to the house and with a thicker, more new wooden spoon. The first thing she did was come up to me and hit me in the shoulder, but I had grown so much that it didn't hurt anymore. And she goes, "That's for breaking my spoon." And I said, "Grandma, I would have gone to the store and got you one." She goes, "No, no, I had to do it myself. You would have never known which one to get." I'm like,
I think they just wanted to make, they're from tough world. So I think they just wanted to make the kids tough.
well, it's funny because she had that wooden spoon on her in her muumuu at all times. Like she put it in her
Mhm.
pocket, and if she was making scrambled eggs in the morning, she'd use the spoon. If she was making, she would make every once in a while. She'd make us apple strudel, like homemade
Ah,
apple strudel, cinnamon, apples, cheese. She put like, God, what's that cream cheese? Philadelphia cream cheese in there. I mean, apple strudel with cream cheese. Oh, so good. And she put a little bit of whiskey in too, which actually
oh,
was
there
cool.
you go. She sounds like she's a little Irish.
Well, the funny thing is, she would pour a little bit into she would put a little bit of whiskey in the lid of the whiskey, and then put it in her dressing. Then she pour a little bit in the thimble and she's or lid, and she's like, "You want some?" And I tried some, and I'm like, "Oh, cool." Partly because that's how I think I got addicted to Jack Daniels growing up, but that's a whole different story.
That's
But
like us. We would make an ice cream cake that my Irish aunt. Oh, just pour a little rum in the ice cream cake.
whiskey flavored ice cream. Well, it's funny because so like she would use that wooden spoon to make spaghetti, stroganoff. She used to make beef stroganoff. It was fucking delicious. She'd make
Mm.
blue cabbage with apple and onions, and uh and she would literally use that wooden spoon for everything. She'd use it for cooking and discipline. And I always thought to myself, I'm like, in this day and age, I think to myself, I'm pretty sure that wasn't too sanitary.
Exactly.
I
Not
mean,
that it
I'm
mattered
pretty
back then.
I'm pretty sure she washed it off under the sink, but as I thought back at it later in life, I thought, man, that wooden spoon got a lot of work. That was a good workout. These days, like
Exactly.
nobody would do that. They'd be like, whoa, 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 you got to wash that spoon. You can't just pull it out of your moo and start cooking with it.
Exactly. But
So
think of
yeah,
what you did for your immune system.
probably. I mean, I didn't. I'll be honest with you. COVID didn't bother me at all. Like it's
Yeah,
funny when they're going around. You got to get the jab. You got to get the. Hey, yo! I grew up with a wooden spoon. I think I'm pretty good.
exactly. In the moo.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't need the jab. Turns out that
Exactly.
was actually, it's kind of weird when they were like pushing that jab so hard.
So
I
hard.
actually felt like there was something wrong with it. And I thought, well, the government
Mm.
doesn't care about us. If they cared
Mhm.
about us, they'd give us free health care. They'd give us free insulin. They don't give a fuck about us. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I'm not taking that thing. And now I have so many friends that have heart disease, that
Oh, wow.
died, and they took the jab. And I always say to myself, wow, I think that was my grandmother. She's like, listen, you're plenty good. You grew up on a wooden spoon. You should be good.
Well,
And
the problem with corporate America is they made you take it.
that is the problem. And to be honest with you,
Mhm.
I think it was a violation of human rights. I think when you force somebody to put something in their body, a test drug, and and you force them to do that in order to keep their job, which puts food on their table and a roof over their head and keeps their family fed. I think you literally forced them into a no-win position. They literally human beings and didn't have a choice. I mean,
Mhm.
the government will say, "Oh, of course you had a choice. Oh, of course you had it." No, your choice was take this jab, which they tell me is good for me, or not be able to feed my family.
Right.
And I think inherently humanity was horribly let down, not even let down, violated
Yeah.
in the pandemic scamdemic years. And it's as looking back on it, I see so many people that are dealing with issues. The healthiest person I've ever known in my life, my friend Mike Dene, a
Hmm.
stroke, lost his eye, heart attack. Now
Oh,
he's
that's
got
terrible.
epilepsy. But all his life, he was fit, fit, fit. Most fit human being I've ever seen in my life. Literally never
Mm.
fat, super fit. Takes the jab, literally years, 1 year later, he starts falling apart at the seams.
That's horrible.
Yeah, even the guy that like did all the research behind mRNA,
Hmm.
he told him flat out, told him, listen, this should not be given to human beings.
Yeah.
This messes with their genomes.
Yeah. And here we are. This was all done through COVID. This is the Cabrini film.
I got
All
to tell you, that's even
documentary.
more impressive about your dad because nobody was filming anything during COVID. Like
Yeah.
my friend works in Hollywood, and just to do, just some work, they had to like wear double masks and get all
Hmm.
these permits, and it was just crazy.
Yeah. And the fact he was 90 when he did it.
Holy, is he still alive?
93, yeah.
Oh, good.
He,
Where did they shoot? In New York or Philadelphia?
in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, that's even
Yeah.
tough too because New York was going cuckoo back then. They were like
Yeah,
just to get permits to shoot was crazy.
exactly.
How much did
So,
it cost to make the film if you know?
I would say plus or minus 50 million.
That's amazing. Did it break
Yeah.
even or make money?
I don't know because I'm not part of that, I'm not part of that conversation, but it was financed the majority by my dad.
That's awesome. Listen,
Yeah.
chase your dreams. Do not be
Yeah.
afraid to chase your dreams.
Yeah.
Great things happen when you take great risks. I always tell people that all the time. Great things happen when you take great risks. It's funny. I got a friend of mine, John, and every now and then he reminds me and he goes, man, you have invested in so many different business ventures. What's wrong
Mhm.
with you? I'm like, they've changed my life. He's like, yeah, but a bunch of them have failed. I'm like, bunch of them, like 80% of them have failed. But it's the failures that have taught me the greatest lessons. It's the failures that led me to the businesses that succeeded. It's the failures that were the ones that guided me to not make the same failure again.
Yeah, and it seems
Trust
like
me, you don't want to make the same failure again when you lose money. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, no, no. Are you kidding? I've been in the media business for 40 years. I'm launching my first YouTube channel. I could fail
Oh,
at that.
really?
Yeah. It's
Well,
called Be Bold. Her thing was Be Bold. It's
did
successful
you uh,
business women.
did you get your channel up and running yet?
No, I have six long forms done. And
Do you
then
need uh,
I
do you need
just
any
need
help
to,
with post production? I got a whole post production team that can help you.
actually, I do need help with post-production. I'm looking
So
all over the place
don't worry, I got you.
for good editors.
So here, let me give you a little tip.
Yeah.
YouTube, Rumble, Instagram,
Yeah.
um, TikTok. Those should be like your go-tos for content, just throwing content up. Obviously, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, we can literally help you with all that. But the key that I got to tell you, and I'll share this with you,
Hmm.
you got to have great clips. 98% of
Yes.
your content is going to be consumed by clips.
Right. Well, it's my background's documentary. I feel like my 12-minute segments are good because I have an eye.
Try and go 25 minutes. 25 is the sweet
Yeah.
spot that I found. By
Yeah.
the way, are you coming down to Austin for the podcast and barbecue we're doing?
I didn't know about it.
Oh, listen to this.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta,
So,
I'll take notes. I'm
so
going down
after,
to see a power center. I'm going for some big conference regarding power centers in
what's a power
February.
center?
Well, it's kind of like Stargate, what Elon Musk is building. It's data centers,
Oh, okay.
power
Okay, got it.
centers. Yeah.
I thought you meant power centers like centers of influence.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Well,
yep.
I'm
I
gonna I'm
have
gonna give you a
those.
little sneak peek to what happened out of that long session that did with the School of Hard Knocks.
Okay.
On August 21st, we're renting out Cooper's, which is a barbecue restaurant, has an upper floor and a
Okay.
stage
I'm
up there.
taking notes. Okay.
I'm gonna send you all this in writing so you have it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And then from noon to 6, we're doing half-hour interviews, James and I. And we're
Oh,
going to literally
nice.
have a live audience. So these are live interviews. We're going to capture them and we're going to stream them live. And we're going to reach about 18 to 20 million people with our stories.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're doing it also February 4th at Super Bowl week in San Jose. Here, let me give you all the cities that we're going to hit in 26. Let's
Well,
see.
why don't you talk to my dad? James was here, but he didn't hit all the billionaires.
Well, I mean, it's hard for him to hit them all. So
No, I mean
we're
he
gonna
could.
in
I mean,
2026, these are the cities that we're gonna hit with
okay,
the School of Hard Knocks Champion Tour.
okay,
Vegas, LA, Chicago, Miami, Houston, San Jose on February 4th during Super Bowl week, Tennessee, Atlanta, Salt Lake City, Dallas, San Diego, and Austin on the 21st, and also back on October 23rd.
okay, cool.
So yeah, I mean we
So
got
is he going to come back to Philly or no?
Uh, I don't know.
Do you want to hit all the billionaires in one spot? One spot, one weekend.
How or where,
Michael Milken's financial conference in LA.
and when is that, or where is that?
It's the Disneyland of financial success. It's in Beverly Hills. It's impossible to get into. You have to be securityed up. It's the wealthiest people from 50 countries around the world.
Well, how are we going to get in there?
I mean, my dad knows Milken. I can ask.
I'll trade your dad an interview.
Look up Michael Milken global meeting.
Okay.
It's the most, if you get in, it's these most successful people in the world, all in one area. Michael Milken, Global Meeting, Beverly Hills.
All right. Let's see. When is it? Well, is it the global conference?
Global conference, yeah.
So they just had one in 2025.
Yeah, they have them every year. So it's
Yeah.
around, it should be April,
So let's see.
April, May.
May 7th, they had it 2025.
Yeah, so they have
And
one for 2026.
yeah, and they have one. Well, wait a second. Yeah, this was at the Beverly Hilton in Los
It's at the
Angeles,
Beverly Hiltons
4th through
every
the
year.
7th. And I don't know I don't know when they're doing the one in 26. It doesn't say anything yet.
It's usually the same time every year.
Oh, really?
If you look at who's there, it's it's all the power and influence around the world.
It's not, you know what? You've made me now you got more I got more work to do today.
See how much your grandmother's looking after you? You see Cabrini, it's your grandmother, it's
I'm pretty sure my
Thanksgiving.
grandmother and Cabrini are hanging out in
I
heaven
swear to
somewhere.
God, I think she just like came through for you tonight. That's
Well,
what had to happen. Forget this podcast.
I think people forget sometimes how much you can learn from some of the
Yeah.
greats in our past.
Yeah.
There's just so
Mhm.
much you can learn.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to like watch the movie tonight, really. Like seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're back here, we can introduce to Philadelphia, the heavies in this market.
I got a better idea. Why don't I talk to the team and why don't we do a lunch and live podcast you're in Philadelphia per se?
Yeah.
That's the actual city.
Yeah.
So what would be like a good venue if you were going to have like a lunch and live podcast?
In Philly.
Yeah, what's like a good venue that like has good food and like a almost like a staging area where we can set up a stage?
Maybe at the Comcast Towers, where Comcast, NBC, Universal's here.
So
So
is
there's
that
a
like a
restaurant.
restaurant? Is there a restaurant in
They
there?
do have a restaurant, but let's see, I never go downtown anymore because I'm in the burbs. Yeah, but there are lots of different places you can go downtown. I would have to look up a fun restaurant.
Okay.
And if you don't go to Philly, you can always go to New York. But what my number one
Well, I'll be
recommendation
honest
would
with you. Yeah,
be,
I'm done with New York. New York is
are you? Okay,
New
so
York.
I would say you have to get if you want us to help. Michael Milken's a good friend of my dad's. I'm surprised he's probably heard of it before. It's the place. It's the place. It's everyone who's anyone goes to that conference from
Listen,
around.
I'd love to set up shop and do podcast interviews there. I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
I
I
love
mean, if
chatting
you
about it.
want, let me know. I mean, that's if you want to hit. I mean, people, first of all, you have a level of security, and everyone there has their own security team to give you, like, you know.
Oh no, no. I go to the Super Bowl and you have to go through a background check just to get in there.
Oh, yeah, isn't that crazy? I haven't been
Hey,
to a Super Bowl in a long time.
we live in interesting times. People are
Nutty.
yeah, I mean, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. It's we live in a
I
time
know.
where if you're
I
even a
know.
slightly famous,
Yeah,
you gotta be concerned with that one cuckoo.
it's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough times. I mean, it's tough. All right, so I got a
So if
question.
you get nothing out of this podcast, your grandmother has come to visit you. Mother Cabrini was the most successful female businesswoman, now you know, at the turn of the century, and a great role model. And you're going to go to the Milken Conference. So I
I
think
mean,
it was worth the 15 minutes, don't you, Chris?
15. What are we talking about? I thought it was more than that. Hey, couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
You've obviously overcome fear from holding you back from your dreams, from your best
Uh,
life. And a lot,
sometimes, yeah.
well, I mean, you've at least overcome it at points in your life. A lot
Hmm.
of people let fear hold them back from some of the greatest experiences of their life. How do
Hmm.
you look in the camera for a quick second, talk to one person? How do you deal with fear? How do you overcome it?
One step at a time, you just get up and take the next step. And that's how you do it. It's one step at a time. They say one day at a time, but sometimes it's 1 second at a time, one step at a time, and then one day at a time. And then eventually that'll pass whatever you're going through and you'll get to the other side. You just
Inch
push
by
through.
inch.
Yeah.
Cool. Answer me this. If you had advice to give your younger self, what would you tell yourself looking back on your life?
I would have said believe in yourself more. And I would have said to my younger self, you had amazing ideas, but you had low self-confidence. And
Faith.
you know what's weird, like with what you guys do? When I was younger, this is going to sound weird, but I always attracted massive wealth as a little kid. Like I walk down the street, like bump into the wealthiest person. It was weird. Oh, you're bringing the dog. But I was afraid of that and I shouldn't have run from it. I should have embraced it.
Theo's like, wait a second,
Hi.
where's this girl Cabrini? I want to say hi to her.
Say hi to Cabrini.
What? Who's there?
Do you know what the best videos are?
Right
And my editor, his mother watches them too. I watch dog videos all the time
there. I,
on social
I don't
media.
have to watch dog videos. I got four of
I
them.
know you got four of them, but I'm telling you, they're like the most fun to watch, animal
Where's
videos.
Gracie? It is,
So how long do you record? How many hours do you record?
I mean, I do every day about four, five, six interviews,
Oh my God, you're a
and
machine.
not always.
How
Not
many
always.
editors do you have?
I have a team of like 25 people.
Right. Do they do video or just audio?
Video, audio, software programming, AI development, agent creation, the whole nine yards.
Okay. All right, that's
And
cool.
then I got this girl right here,
Oh,
Gracie.
you know
She's
what?
looking. She's looking at the light. She's a little
Guess what? Just do a segment on dogs. You'll get like so many, besides your great podcast.
She
People
is.
love people love animal
Well, you
videos.
know
I'm
what's
telling
funny?
you.
I'm going to actually give you a free ticket. If you can come out, I would love for you to come out. A friend of mine and I are doing a puppy ball here in Vegas in May.
Oh,
And literally, instead of charging people a ticket to come in, we're
yeah.
literally charging them $200 worth of dog treats, not dog food, but dog treats to come in. And we're going to give those dog treats to dogs that are in shelters. And a lot of times, dogs in shelters, they barely get enough food. They don't see treats that much. So we want to not only give it to them in shelters, but we're also going to work with Chewy, a company that sells dog food and dog treats. And we're going to literally give anybody that adopts a dog $200 worth of Chewy gift cards just to give them a jump start on the food and the treatment.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I think it's important that we get dogs out of shelters into homes because it's tough seeing some dogs in there that are, it's just a tough situation. And it's getting
Yeah.
it's getting worse. So yeah, and plus people like to get dressed up for a good cause. We got a big DJ coming in. I can't announce it
You
yet.
know who you have to meet in Vegas, just lastly, is my cousin Ryan Wolfington. He works with all the top tennis players. He runs Jewel, you know, the musician. He runs her, I think, management company. But he knows, do you like tennis?
I mean, I
He
like
runs
it.
a big tennis scholarship organization out
There
there.
was a
But he,
big tennis guy here in Vegas growing up. What was his name? Andre Agassi.
yeah,
He grew up in Vegas.
he knows all those dudes. He's really into tennis.
Well, connect us and
So
we'll make something happen.
yeah, yeah. But hey, Cabrini, we little did we know we were going to focus on Cabrini,
No, actually, I think
which
that's
is
really that was the right story to talk about because I hope that this podcast gives people a reason to learn about her life through your movie because that's a story I never heard until today.
that's be bold. That's what you're preaching.
I'm telling
That
you,
she's what you're preaching
well,
at all
I
times.
think it's a great story. I think
Yeah,
literally I think people have to be bold. I think people have
yeah.
to have faith in themselves. I think faith matters, and I think courage matters more now than ever before. People have lower self-esteem these days. I got to tell you, my little guy Theo and Gracie, they're the puppies of the Pomeranian, the mother Elsa. And I don't know what's going on with Theo lately, but him and the mother have this game where they like just play with each other. And if Theo, I guess, likes to push at her with his nose, they just like I see him doing it right now. His tail's wagging. I know he knows I'm talking about him. Hey, what are you doing over there, huh?
That's hilarious,
Well,
actually.
it's actually funny because most dogs get given up after the litter, and
Mhm.
the mother doesn't get to live out her life with the puppies. And I'm actually glad to see them. They have different. It's unique to see how their relationship has changed. So, like when they're babies, obviously the mother was feeding them, and then
Yeah,
now, like at 3 years old, the puppies are 3 and she's 5, but they're almost in that same age range where they're like friends.
yeah,
Not like mom anymore. It's like let's go and have some fun. And
yeah.
they're like a little I call them MS3. They're just like a little gang. They stick around together. They hang out together. They go outside and bark together. They're fun.
That's hilarious.
Then I
That's
got the
all.
big guy, big sexy Jesse James.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
great.
he's a 120-pound King Corso chocolate lab. And
Wow. I have a chocolate lab.
you have
Uh,
one?
yeah, Amish. He's an Amish dog.
How
He's
much
from
does
the
she weigh?
Amish. She weighs probably 80. She's not too bad.
What's her name?
Riley.
Oh, great name for a dog.
Yeah, I know it's a great name for a dog, actually.
Yeah, it
She's
is. Like,
very
because
sweet.
dogs hear the word, they only hear one syllable.
Yeah,
So Riley hears Lee. She hears
yeah,
Lee.
yeah,
And it's funny because like Jesse, that's my dog's name. He hears C. He hears the
yeah,
C. And it's funny because once you understand what dogs hear, you know that when you got a good name. So like Riley's a great name because she understands that's my name.
yeah.
It's
That's so
funny, like when people go, "Oh, my dog's name is Mr. Walter." Like he doesn't even hear Mr. It's just Walter. He doesn't
that's
even hear
fun.
Walter. He hears Tur.
Exactly. She hears yum 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 yum. That's what that means dinner
Exactly.
time. That's what she hears.
What is
Wow.
what is your favorite thing about your dog?
I love her nature. She's very sweet and affectionate. She's
So
good
it's
natured.
a girl, right?
It's a girl.
Yeah. So I find that girl dogs are very loving and like to be cuddled and like
Yes.
to be held.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
she's so sweet. She's such a sweet dog. I love her.
I truly believe that God sends us angels in the form of dogs to watch over
Mm-hmm.
us as we watch over them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really drew. I've seen that throughout my whole life. Funny thing is, I had Jesse by myself, me and Jesse, and I didn't even think I was going to add more dogs to my life. And then
Yeah.
I dated this girl, and her Pomeranian had puppies, and I couldn't let the puppies go. And then she went to Alaska, and she came back, and she was a little stressed out, so she left the mother here, and that was about 6 months ago. So I'll just leave her with you for a month, okay? But I
There
mean,
you go. Now she's your dog.
and at
Yeah.
first I thought four dogs, single guy. I travel a lot for work. I'm like, all right, this is going to be cuckoo. And it's funny, I thought it was going to be cuckoo, but what it actually forced me to do was wake up earlier, manage time better, take more walks with the dogs, and it actually raised my activity. I became more active. So in many ways, I think God said, hey, you're going to become more active, and that's going to be a good thing.
Yeah. There you go. That's awesome. And you're going to get all this love
Trust me.
from people, from animals that won't like give you lip back.
Well, the funny thing is, I take like 1 day trips or 2 day trips, and when I come back, like it's truly all four of them in their own way. The big guy, he's kind of like tail wags a lot and just comes up to me. The little guys, they're like on cocaine. They just like all three of them. They're just they're so excited. I'm like, hey, it was 1 day.
That's awesome.
God forbid I go for like 3 days. Oh my God. And it's funny
Exactly.
too because Gracie and Theo they go to this shelter, this like overnight place called Adventure Pet Resort, and so
Oh,
they send me
nice.
pictures of like what they're doing in when they're in group, and it's so funny because Gracie she like huddles in the corner, and then Theo stands in front of her and protects her, and it's so funny because that's their role. She used to have horrible anxiety, but her brother always calmed her down.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
he's a little easier to make friends, and she's a little bit more. Um, it take
Reserved.
yeah, well, yeah, reserved or hates everybody, including all the dogs near her. She's very once she gets to know somebody or gets to like them, then she's okay. But initially, her first reaction is to bark and be aggressive with somebody. Theo, he's sometimes
It's her turf.
yeah,
It's her
exactly.
turf.
Well,
And you're her turf. You're
exactly.
like every other woman on earth that we're like, rah, with the men,
The
rah.
funny thing is, she's like that with Theo too. Like when somebody comes near Theo, she like gets right in front of him. She's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
that's my security blanket. Don't mess with my brother."
exactly.
Theo's hilarious. He just loves to play. Like he's got great personality, super fearless.
Yeah,
It's funny. It gets dark here like early, like 5 p.m. And
yeah.
I actually forgot to take him for a walk today.
Uh-oh.
It's only like 4:53 and it's pitch dark out here. It's unbelievable.
I know, it's a bummer. It's almost 8 here.
Well, I
Whee!
take a flashlight with me, and I think like
Yeah.
when you go out there, it's good that I take a flashlight not for no other reason. Other people have dogs, and they walk them at night too. And if I don't see them come up to me, I got Jesse sometimes with me, and he gets very defensive. He gets super aggressive.
That's good though. So
Good
where
to a
are you in the
degree.
suburbs?
Yeah, well, I'm actually right off the strip. I'm in a place called Mountain's Edge. So we're
Okay.
right by the mountains. We got the desert out here. It's funny too
Nice.
because the two little guys are part rat terrier, part Pomeranian. And here's
Mm-hmm.
the wildest thing. Rat terriers were trained during the Depression to go kill rats because
Oh,
people
I didn't
used
know
them
that.
yeah, there was a rat infestation in all the cities. And so they trained rat terriers to go and kill rats. These two lunatics out in the desert come back. Gracie brings me back little field mice and puts them down in front of me. And she literally sits there at perfect attention. And it's like, what should I do? And I'm like, leave it alone. And then the mouse runs away and she goes after it again. And it's
That's
funny because
awesome.
here's something that was basically passed down in their DNA. She never was trained to do that, and she did it on her own.
Yeah, exactly. It's like water dogs, Portuguese water dogs. They're just meant for the water.
Like to jump and play it and
Like
stuff.
jump and grab ropes and do all that kind of stuff.
Are
It's
those
just
big dogs? Those
really,
are big ones, right?
they're big dogs, but they need constant attention. I did get one for 1 week and I was like, it's not going to work because my
They work
husband,
good on like farms and stuff, right?
yeah, yeah. Or with posh people. Posh people seem to like them.
What's a posh?
Posh meaning like wealthy people, like Senator Kennedy gave one to Obama. It's just like a wealthy, wealthy individuals like Portuguese.
Senator Kennedy, like Robert Kennedy, or
Teddy.
oh, Ted Kennedy. Yes,
Yeah, Ted Kennedy. Yeah.
awesome.
So it has this but I have a chocolate lab from Amish country.
Labs are the best. She like to play ball?
She does. She's mellow now because she's 8 years old, but when she was young, she was like super wired out.
Well, the funny thing is, my big guy Jesse, he loves to play fetch. Like he could. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding you. You could throw the ball 100 times. He'll keep coming back with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the bad news is he thinks his ball is his ball. So I have to
Yeah.
keep him and the little guy separate because he doesn't like to play. He's very food dominant and ball dominant.
They are food dominant, the
Oh,
labs. They love food.
well, not only
Yeah.
that, but his food, like any food that's in his area is his. Any bone that's in his area is his. And
I
then the
know.
little guy, Theo, he sometimes gets curious, and I'm like, hey, we're not doing that.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll work for food should be their slogan.
Well, listen, we got to do this again sometime soon.
Yeah.
I think you have a great story to tell. I love the Cabrini angle. I'm really glad that we started recording that story because that
Yeah.
story is something I think people will
You
embrace.
can use I do video. You can use clips from the film.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you should do an interview with my dad. He's 93. He was a
Put them in
massive
do we
automotive pioneer, but
what
he's like,
you know what?
yeah,
I'm gonna connect with you a text message with you after we stop this recording, and
yeah,
we'll make those arrangements along with some other stuff.
yeah. You should. He's an interesting business story, but he'll talk about her like passionately. He knows every angle of her life, every bit of her life.
That's awesome. She
Yeah.
is Kelly Wolfington. We'll call her the Wolf for short.
Yes, the
I've been
wolf.
truly lucky to chop it up with you today, Kelly.
I am so glad because it reminded you also of your grandmother, which
A
is
lot.
awesome. Right before Thanksgiving, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I've got a lot to be thankful for. Hold on one
Yeah.
second.